Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Farmhouse Mama. So in today's video, I am going to be attempting to make some meatless meatloaf. Now the reason why I say attempting is because I've never made this before, so we are just going to see how this goes. I have a meatloaf in the oven already. That is the ground beef meatloaf. That's for my husband. And if my mom wants to eat it, she'll probably eat this right here. But that's if she wants to eat it. And then, of course, my daughter. But I have stopped eating meat. It's been about maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks. And I can feel a slight difference already. You definitely will notice some changes, some good and some not so good. But I heard that the not so good ones are just temporary. So we are going to jump right into making this meatless meatloaf. And the first thing I have in here is 2 slices of bread. And we're going to use this, of course, as the binding agent. So what I'm going to do is just break this up. And I'm using 2 pieces of bread because although I'm not using a lot of meat, this meat, quote, meat is basically vegetables, so I do want it to bind together. Okay, and then I'm just going to add some milk on top just to kind of cover it a little bit so that we can get this nice and moist. Now you can either do it this way or you can toast your bread. I used to toast my bread, but I saw this recipe right here online and I thought that I would just try it and see how I liked it this way. Because the one thing that I do enjoy about cooking is you can take something old or something traditional that you're used to doing and find different ways to make it new. And I found that I've actually liked it even better than the way I was making it originally. So I have some bread here and I'm just going to let it soak up the milk like that. And then we're going to go ahead and open up our meat. Now I took the label off of this, so I don't know which brand this is, but I got it from Sharp Shoppers. They came 4 in a pack like this for $5.99. So I may go back, depending on how this tastes, I may go back and get some tomorrow. I want to say this is the Beyond Meat brand. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to treat this just like I would do my normal meatloaf. Sorry about all the noise. I'm going to treat it just like I do my normal meatloaf and kind of make it the same way because I do want this to taste like meat. Alright, so we are just going to add this meat in here. And these are actually the Beyond Burgers, but I think they're the Beyond Burgers. But like I said, I'm going to treat it like you would a meatloaf. And then I'm just going to add everything in here and we're going to get it crack-a-lacking. So if I can get it open, I'm adding some black pepper, some Worcestershire sauce or Worcestershire or whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm adding, some of that. Some onion powder, because I do want this to taste like a burger or like meatloaf. I'm going to hit it with some garlic powder. Then I got some of this, the Gourmet Collection, this pepper steak spice blend. And I got this from, was it? Home Goods. It had to be, no, Home Goods or Ross, one of the two. And you're just going to add that to taste. And then I have my packet of onion soup mix. I'll put that in there. And I'm going to hit this with a little bit of steak sauce. And I always put steak sauce in my meatloaf anyway. And then I'm just going to crack 2 eggs. And I'm in the process of saving my eggshells and rinsing them off for my garden. And I have a container that I'm going to put them in. So I'm starting to save my eggshells for my garden. And then before I get my hands in here and get this all mixed together, I'm going to find my baking dish to put it in. Because I want this to cook for at least about 50 minutes. And yeah, I think this right here is perfect. So this is my little Pioneer Woman dish. I absolutely love this dish. Let me give it a quick rinse. Okay, so this is the dish I'm going to be using, and then I may even hit this with a little bit of oil because this is a veggie burger, so meatless burger, so I'm sure that there's like really no oil in here. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay, so I'm just going to hit it with like a capful or less than a capful of a little bit of vegetable oil because we don't want this to burn. And then I'm just going to get in here and mix this all together. Yeah, so like I said before, I decided to stop eating meat. Just trying to do better. I did this before. This is not my first time stop eating meat. But I also noticed too, I have a couple of my subscribers and my, you know, my girlfriends here on YouTube that have stopped eating meat as well. And I didn't even know that. I mean, some of you guys was like, yeah, I don't eat meat either, because I posted some stuff on Instagram and you guys were like, yeah, I don't eat meat. You know, I stopped this time and that time or whatever, which is, you know, great. So I'm making this for you guys as well. And hopefully this is something that you can make for yourself, because sometimes when you go meatless, the whole family don't go meatless. So my husband don't play that. Don't be playing around with his meat. He like his meat and potatoes. Don't be doing nothing fancy to it and putting all that stuff in it. Make it the way you make it. Give him some gravy and some mashed potatoes and some corn, and he good to go. So plus that man work hard. He can't come home and eat no meatless meatless meat. He would lose his mind. Now I have been able to kind of like get him to eat, like, he might eat this as a burger. If I cook it up right, nice and right for him, he'll eat it as a burger. But when it comes to his meatloaf, that man want his meat. So I got this all mixed up, and now I'm just going to put it into this container. And although this is, like I said, it's vegetable based, it's plant based, I do want it to taste like meat. So here we go. We're all done with that. And this is the way it looks in the pan now. And like I said, the binding agent is the bread plus the eggs. So hopefully this will hold together. Let me go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Alright, so now we are going to go ahead and get this into... Oh, I'm going to wrap it in some foil first. Where did I do with the foil? Oh, it's right over there. Here I am doing it again. Okay. Alright, so we will see them in about 45 minutes. I'll come back. I'll show you the difference between the two meatloafs, and we'll taste, well, I already know theirs are going to taste good, but we'll see what the one I made tastes like. Alrighty guys, so my meatloaf is out the oven, and I gotta admit, it don't look that bad at all. So hopefully it will taste good. I will let you guys know how it tastes. Let us pray it tastes good. If not, I'm just going to be eating mashed potatoes and corn for dinner. Alright, let's go ahead and cut into this. Alright guys, here goes nothing. It actually looks really good. It looks like meatloaf. So I'm going to taste this without any gravy, and that's some turkey gravy. That was all I had. I'm going to taste this without the gravy, and then of course, you know, I'm going to put some gravy and some hot sauce on this because everything is better with gravy. Alright, let's see. Okay. Not bad. The texture is a little softer than ground beef, but it tastes just like a meatloaf. Okay. Let me put some gravy and some hot sauce on this. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. If you see anything that you like, or you like anything that you see, go ahead. Sorry, let me stop chewing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know that if this is something that you would be willing to try if you don't eat meat. Just a vegetable-based, a plant-based burger. And you make it just like you would make your regular meatloaf. I think next time I make this, I am going to toast the bread, because the bread gives it a little more firmer, not crunch, but it gives it a little more firmer texture. I think wetting the bread actually made it a little too moist, but overall it's still really, really good. And so that's going to do it, guys. I'll see you later. All right, bye-bye.